You don't need to do much to find your life purpose. And in this video, I'm going to share with you one simple thing I did 5 years ago that gave me a lot of clarity. It gave me a lot of confidence in myself and my soul's mission and my soul, like why I'm on earth. And it's nothing crazy. Like it's not a huge complex thing I did. But if you try this out, I bet you'll just have, at the very least, you'll have some more inner peace and you'll probably get some intuitive urges, or just you might be able to sense that maybe you should go towards a certain direction, or you might just get some kind of clarity on your life purpose. So welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor. I am a coach and consultant here in Austin, Texas. I'm also a husband and a father. I love sharing content, so if you want to, definitely subscribe down below so you don't miss any content from me going forward. And let me share with you what I did in Vermont about 5 years ago. I was with this group of people. We were kind of like a group. It was kind of like a group coaching program, you could say, but there was about 10, 15 of us that were doing weekly meetings online. We were helping people to grow personally, professionally. It was kind of like a personal growth organization, you could say. And a lot of us were in the Northeast area of America. We actually created a 3-day retreat up in Vermont. So all of us drove up to Vermont. For me, it was like maybe 5, 6 hours from Pennsylvania, where I lived at the time. And we basically lived for 3 days in Vermont in tents. We had some tents set up. We had a campfire, and we had a lot of like healthy, natural food. Like we had a good diet, like good meals planned. And the goal of this retreat was to really get away from like our cities and our towns and just kind of be with nature. It was actually at this hemp farm where they were growing like hemp plants, and there's like marijuana plants and cannabis plants, and just it was really peaceful. And there wasn't much distractions. There was no like artificial lights in the sky. It was just open field, lots of green. It was summertime. And what we did was we actually decided, you know what, guys, let's all just take our phones, let's just put them away, and let's just take this weekend, these 3 days, and let's just spend time together and spend time with nature. So all of us put our phones on airplane mode, put them in our bags or in the house, because there was a house, so we put them in the house, and we were mostly outside for these 3 days. And we checked the phone maybe like once a day, just make sure no one like needed us, our family and friends weren't trying to get to us, whatever. But we were basically off our phones the entire time. And this was the first time in my life. I mean, I'm only 29, so I grew up with phones, grew up with social media, grew up with Twitter and Facebook and everything. So this is the first time in my life where I was not on technology more than like a minute or two for an entire weekend. And I had a lot of breakthroughs, like realizing personal stuff with my past, things from my childhood, with my parents, my family. I saw a lot about how I was like programmed and why I am the way I am, certain attachments I had, certain patterns I had. I was able to trace it back to early on in my life. And so aside from that, this being off technology, what this did was it really gave us a lot of space. I would say it freed up space in our minds, in just like even our body. We felt lighter being with nature, of course. And being off the technology, it gave us a chance to not be distracted. And technology can be amazing. I think YouTube and these platforms is amazing to be able to share and exchange knowledge and information. It's beautiful. But there of course is also a downside. And if you are trying to figure out, what should I be doing? How should I be, like, there's a shift happening of consciousness, people are waking up, that lots happening and changing, but you're maybe wondering, how can I help? What can I do to play a bigger role on this planet? I would suggest trying this out. I would suggest taking a few days, maybe tell your family and friends beforehand, hey, I'm gonna go off the grid for 3 days. I'll be fine, but you can't reach me because I'm gonna be just going on my little retreat. It's amazing the insights and the clarity that you can get from being off technology, putting it away. And I remember this. We had 2 retreats in Vermont that summer, and then the next year we had a retreat in Florida. So we had 3 retreats with this group of people, And it was just amazing. I mean, I also got the clarity for myself that I want to do this in the future. I want to host retreats in a beautiful environment. I want us to be off technology for a couple of days. I want us to be together, human connection. I want us to, have our own like time to go within ourselves, like meditate, journal, like quiet time, but also, being with people who understand you, who resonate with you is amazing. And what I discovered in these retreats, when we took the time to get off our phones, to be present with each other, to have our time together, to also have our alone time in nature, I realized like this is what I want to do. Like I want to do more of this because technology is great, but being off technology is how you find yourself. And you think back to this planet, like this technology with these iPhones, it's very, very new in the long scheme of things. It's very relatively new. And we have to be careful with AI and with things that are happening. We have to be really, really careful that we don't let this stuff get out of control. We have to advance spiritually as we advance technology, right? So try this out. Try out getting off your phone for a couple days if you can. Do it a couple days in a row. You can check it in the morning real fast for a minute or two, but get off it for like hours and hours at a time, and just be able to be bored. Be able to sit with yourself. I guarantee you're gonna just get some kind of clarity, some kind of maybe direction that you're missing because these phones, technology, the 5G, all these things affect us physically with our body and our cells and our chemistry, but also mentally. And it can, we see people online, we see people on Instagram, and we think that we have to have a similar life to them. We think that we have to do what they do, or we have to have this and that, and it just really messes us up big time. Messes us up big time. I don't know why I can't say that word, but you get what I'm saying. So try this out. Take a few days, no technology, no social media, nothing, and see what comes to you. All right. And if you want to possibly join me at a future retreat, maybe in a couple years, that's what I'm manifesting. And my family, my wife and I are doing this. We're gonna be having retreats at some point, and I cannot wait to meet some of you guys maybe. So just subscribe down below so you don't miss any content. Thanks for watching, my friend. I will see you later. I'm doing peace today. All right, peace.